Okay, so I had to like charge my I've been recording the blogs, these and this little nightgown thing that I wear on my Pixel. So I had to like charge it because it had run out of battery to post this. But I wanted to make sure I posted this tonight because there was so much that I saw. First of all, I did not know who Alyssa Forever was until today. So as of today, now I know who Alyssa Forever is. I saw she moved to San Francisco. She moved out of Los Angeles. And I have been saying this for a very long time, but I will like quote it again. I made a video of why you should not move to Los Angeles, and I quoted Coco Jones there, where she also made a video that was kind of explaining like why you shouldn't move to Los Angeles. I think that everything she says, even though she's had quite a lot of mainstream success now, she was like the first person to kind of say that in a very honest way. But I've got to tell you, like, everything that she said in that video still holds true, but the people have changed. Like, the people in power have changed, but the power dynamics and the sort of like politics that were at play there will never change, because that's how it works in places like LA. In places like LA, you have to pay your dues. In places like New York, you have to have the talent. It doesn't matter where the talent comes from. It could be raw talent, it could be nepotism. In New York, people have just seen so much that like you could be LA famous, but in New York you might be a nothing, right? Because like people have just seen raw talent, like raw, like from all over the globe. So some people try to come from like, places like San Francisco or LA, and they try to go to New York, they don't make it. Cuz New York has like the best of the world. LA has like the best of the rich. Like the rich from all over the world go to LA, and they can always be something in LA. But being something in LA doesn't actually mean much, because the only people who care about you are the other people in LA. Sometimes this is good if you are simply attracting, like if you are into beauty politics, then you should follow the girls in LA. I make videos that are posting some of the whereabouts of the girls in LA. Mostly I have to post them because what they do is they make these like Insta story videos, or they'll post about the thing they were doing that particular night just so that other people that they follow know that they were there. But they don't like post an actual post where you could like, if you just unfollow them or something and you go back in time, you'd be able to see the things that they did. They do that on purpose because they're trying to make sure that the algorithm and social media knows that they were there and that their followers know that they were there. And like they have to be like out and present, but like they to lose, because like there's only so many slots. Like I'm trying to explain this to you. Like socialites in LA will always be a thing. Like there will always be like the tokenized black ones, the really wealthy white ones, the interesting Latin ones, the like foreign Asian one, like all of these positions that we see being like hyped up and like the Idol in whatever show or music video, or whoever the new person is. Like this shit has been going on for so long, and the closer and closer you get to it, the more and more you see like this is like really all it is propaganda, because like other people who have so little, they can't understand it. They're like, why is it that every time that Hailey Bieber posts something that's just like some lotion or something that you could get at the Walgreens, why does it go viral? Why is everybody talking about this? Like every single person in Ohio now is talking about some stupid lotion that she posted that's like $7 or something. And like, but the world is going crazy. They can't even understand like what is happening. The thing is, in LA, people have so much money and so much access and so much privilege. They're trying to find like new shit to do with. They have way more than enough that they need to live 100 years, which is like the goal for humans right now. But like they're just trying to find more and more ways to stay significant. Like that's the thing. Like they need to find more and more ways to stay significant. And now the point is like the people who are the richest do kind of need to indicate to the other people that they are the richest. Like Beyonce just has to post things so that everyone knows that like she is Beyonce. Like, she has to go on tour and have Renaissance and write, like, I'm that girl, so that everyone, like, actually knows that, like, no, like, she's Beyonce. And, like, as much as you might want to, like, pretend to be Beyonce, like, she is actually Beyonce. And, like, all the things that come with being Beyonce are, like, way better than what you could get. Like, maybe you can go to the Red Lobster and, like, have a dinner, but she could get the guy who, like, owns Red Lobster to, like, cook a steak at her house. And that's a really big difference. Like, you can't get that. Even if you work for your whole life, you might not be able to get that, because she's Beyonce. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's not just Beyonce. It's like there's a lot of people who are in that top spot who need to indicate to the other people that that top spot exists. Now, when I'm always preaching about, like, representation, about, like, black women specifically, there's this idea that, like, Beyonce is, like, the only black woman, which is very not true. There's 54 countries in Africa. There's, like, a Beyonce of, like, every country in reality. So I'm going to make another video about this, my current favorite Afropop princess, but the Grammys has a new category that's called, like, Afropop or something. And, like, that is the new category. Now, I personally am putting my vote in right now for Area Star to be, like, to win the award for, like, Afropop Artist of the Year. So the 2023 Grammys are going to have that award category, and I'm voting for Area Star because I just feel like she is, of all the Afro pop artists, like, I really like Wizkid. I really like, well, actually, I don't listen to any Burna Boy songs. I just think the Area Star is the greatest. Like, so I'm going to make a bunch of content about it just to promote it. If you are a black girl following the channel and you don't know who Area Star is, you should go listen to all of her music right now. Follow her, watch her live shows. She's incredible. And she just did a new song with Tyla, like, 3 days ago. And she's so pretty. Like, Area Star deserves Afro pop princess. And, like, I'm going to vote for her to get that. So, okay. But we were actually making this entire video about something else. So, there's the what's-her-face girl who just moved to San Francisco. And now the guy, whatever other guy, Trey somebody, is claiming she's having a mental breakdown. She doesn't really sound that crazy to me, but there's all these things. She's been making all these, like, live posts or something talking. And so basically this girl was, like, a YouTuber. She'd made a shit ton of money on YouTube, but now she's, like, broke. She'd gone through a bunch of shit with, like, her boyfriend. Then she went through some other shit with, like, brand deal. I don't even know what happened to all her money, but then her house was too expensive or something. And, you know, I really don't know. It sounds like a lot of shit has happened, but she privated all of her videos. And this guy's, like, complaining, and he's all like, oh my God, like, she could just get on and make more YouTube videos and monetize because that's her bread and butter and all this shit. And what he doesn't realize is, like, she's a literal human in the world. And she is going through something challenging right now. So maybe making YouTube videos is not, like, the best thing for her in terms of, like, making YouTube videos that are going to be monetized. Like, one thing about this channel is I've just made it where I've just come on. I don't have on any makeup. I'm not trying to, like, I'm not selling you anything. I'm just, like, I'm just explaining. This is a channel of representation, so I'm just explaining to you, like, what's going on in my actual life. It isn't, like, I'm a very, like, average girl, so, you know, like, this isn't like a Hollywood elite channel. This isn't like I'm a Manhattan socialite channel. Like, this isn't that. I'm just, like, girl in the world channel. And I think it sounds like that's what this girl is actually trying to do with her channel now, which actually makes a lot of fucking sense. Like I said, black women, you gotta humanize yourself before you do anything else. Like, you literally have to start from a human perspective. And it was very strange because, like, so it sounds like when she was at the peak of her career, she was, like, supporting her loser boyfriend. Now, the funniest part of this video is, like, her loser ass boyfriend getting on LinkedIn and putting in his profile that editing her videos or something is like his work experience. Like this woman who is now like homeless in San Francisco doing DoorDash, his work experience where he's trying to get hired by someone else is editing her YouTube videos. She has 1.6 million followers on YouTube. Like, y'all, make it make sense. Like, what I'm trying to tell y'all is like the world is not, it is not equal for black women. Like, the world for other women is like one way, and then the world for black women is like a whole different fucking world. Like, it just, like, we live in a different society. You can have 1.6 million followers and be homeless and have no brand sponsorships. Like, she literally talked to her dad and was like, yo, I would like to do accounting for you. Her dad told her, get the fuck out of my house. I'm not hiring you. Go get a job in the real world. Because in black families, that's how it really is. Like, I think a lot of y'all don't understand it. Like, white families, like, white parents will do whatever they can do to make the lives of their children easier. They will pay for things. They will mortgage their homes. They will sell everything they have to make the lives of their children easier. Black parents, fuck all that shit. If you literally if you eat a piece of spaghetti wrong, they will murder you with a gun and like watch you die. A black parent would like legitimately like drain your college fund and like go buy a purse. Like, I mean, black families and white families do not hold the same values. Like, the shit that white families would do for their children and have done just to make sure that their children are better off than them is insane. Above and beyond. It's next level. It's interplanetary, okay? The shit that black parents do for their kids, nothing. As you see, like, barely no black kids have any college funds. Nobody has any inheritance. Like, birth is the only thing that you are entitled to. I think it's just really important that you start there. Once you've been born, run as far as you can away from those motherfuckers because they want to do nothing but take shit away from you. And it feels like it's kind of like that with the other black people too. Like, you have to move forward. And the only way that you're going to move forward is like with literal dollars and cents. So just get a job. Now, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but I feel like her father was giving her actually really good advice. He said, go get a job. You can't work for me. You need to go get a job in the real world. And she said she didn't want to do this. She wanted to go work for her father. Like, why, girl? Why? Like, the other thing is, like, with all of her influence, I mean, the guy on the channel, he made a good point. He's like, she had all this influence and shit. Why couldn't she just get another brand deal? I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe, I think people don't take the mental health of black women seriously. Like, they don't think it, like, I see white women all day on here with sponsorships for BetterHelp. Right, everyone has therapy brand sponsorships. So it's like black women who have channels that are talking about mental health. I don't see them. Like, does Khadijah have a brand for BetterHelp? Do I? Kelly Stamps does. But I see a lot of black women on here talking about mental health, and the mental health apps are not offering sponsorships to us. And that's very interesting because we're the ones who actually we're the ones in therapy. Like, we're the ones who are actually talking about mental health. But, you know, like, as more of us make content about, you know, getting therapy and really acknowledging problems in the black community and solving those problems, or just, like, neglecting those problems, as in, like, talking about that the way that they do exist and then avoiding them. Like, avoidance is a real survival strategy that black women have to use. Like, you cannot solve the problem of all niggers, of all poor black men, of all like impoverished women with 17 children living in the projects. Like, you unfortunately are not able to solve those problems. If only those women could read and try to do something for themselves and think about, you know, their own life chances and their own finances and their own progeny, and how they were going to support those progeny and create a legacy. If they only would have thought about that, then, maybe they would be better off. But that is not your problem. Like, not to be mean, but fuck them. Like, you have to think about yourself. Where are you? Do you have that baggage? If you have that baggage, you need to go find a bitch with that baggage, and you guys can commune together and then move from there. But if you don't have that baggage, bitch, move forward. Like, the train has kept going. You know what I'm saying? Like, find some joy in your own life. Maybe in breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, that's a good start. Maybe in a bed, a bath, and some toothpaste and a purse. Like, I know those are very simple pleasures, but they do bring quite a lot of joy. The video held so many problems that I would like to unpack later. I legitimately don't have the time in this moment to unpack all of the problematic things that I saw, but I saw a lot of problematic things in that video. I gotta be honest. There was a lot. It was a lot. I could go like 30-second by 30-second clip and make content about all all of the things, and maybe I will, but I don't have the time or capacity to do that tonight. But I did want to come on and just give it a little bit more space, a little bit more time to say, like, I saw it, I have feelings about it, we should definitely unpack it, I care about it. All of those problems that are being called out in that video have solutions, have real solutions that this woman could technically apply to improve her life. For whatever reason, she's not. But yeah.